All right. Hello, and welcome back to the Crossword Vlog, aka Clog, Sunday edition and no pressure edition. We did actually, without much fanfare, accomplish the 1 hour Monday through Saturday challenge. But at this point, we all know that's not what we're here for anymore. While this used to be a big achievement for me, now I can no longer, I've set my sights higher. And I don't think it's possible for me to solve any puzzle in 1 minute and 2 seconds. So we're just going to take this Sunday puzzle a little easy. Um, Maybe explain a bit more of my thought process as I go. Does seem to be a nice open grid. Theme is power grid. Um, Not sure what that'll mean, but this could be a good Sunday, lots and lots of long fill. So it could be nice. Cartridge in the 1980s. I'm thinking like an NES type thing. Although, was that from the 90s? Galore and Smithereens. Um, Word commonly, I guess it's often has incorrect thing. I was thinking maybe like a route. It's boring because a route, um, one team is just like winning by a ton. This could be like something up, like shimmied up. Mother Earth. Greek goddess. Hmm. Torches and snakes. Amalgamate, because image makes sense. Step on a scale. I wonder if it's like a scale like for weighing things, or for, I guess that would be the obvious one. Um, then like a snake scale or something on a nominating committee. I want this to be like, yeah, maybe wanders, accusatory, maybe et tu, Butte. Well then, maybe the the something sun it could be. Sweet. This could be Eros. Okay. Step on a scale and something note. Not sure. I kind of want an ER ending. Hmm, maybe S here. Could be like I do. Hmm, okay, let's go over here. This could be like you mean it. That's a bit of a stretch. There's a lot of things that could work here because I kind of want this to be ale. Yeah, and then like GPS, ale. Promise me could be. Letters look quite good. Something game. Memories. Something plex. Spent. Exerted. Like I'm spent. I'm like too tired. Orbit, I guess. Item in a hedge. Hmm. Let's look at these downs. Probably S here. Home of the Italian soccer club. At odds with someone. Package. I guess Romeo. Oh, true apothecary. Yeah, like when he's drinking the poison. Mechanism that controls a camera's aperture. Four sides, maybe? Like usually we would have a two-side, but curved arrow pointing left. Undo. Peps up, maybe? The P here is weird. Maybe the iris? Atari game. Amps up. Okay. Motorplex. Torino, I know. I think of this as point of sale. I don't know why. Well, among other things, but neither of those really fit with package drop-off site. Like I feel confident this is correct, but I just don't know. Oh, post offices. Okay. Um, Inveigle. I don't actually know what that means. Maybe ly ending with style. This could be all in all. At the end of the day, all in all. Oh, I was gonna put aim there, but that's not gonna work. Take in. Like recording studio equipment. Okay, let me just make sure I'm seeing everything. Lot and lot of long fill here. What's the revealer here? Whoever did this has it coming. That's not the revealer. Okay. This does not need to be up. I was gonna do like preens. That doesn't work. It could be like played or something. Doesn't quite feel right. This could be like tail. You like tail someone. This is the thing with like longer fill. I don't feel like confident enough to keep this in, but I also don't want to like keep taking stuff out. But I'll keep it out for now, and then if we need it, we'll come back. Offhanded remark. Spinal cord membrane. I do really like how open the skirt is, to be clear. Um, could be zest here, but then Z is a little tricky. It's a long name for a fish. Could be octopus. Nope. Buzz at a salon. Mm. Double Z is hard, I would say. I fold. I kind of want this to be I raise, I guess, but I liked offhanded. So I'll keep offhanded for now, but this could be amens. Smile at. Snip at a salon, sure. Stops in place, that sort of thing. This could be I do, I guess. Shop girl. I don't know what they're getting at there, to be honest. Traveling from place to place. Kind of want ing ending, maybe. quite seeing it. I kind of want it like serves them right. Stops. Hmm. Right of way. I Yeah, I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna put I raise back in, and then I beg you or something. You can keep that out, but maybe Eon. Yeah, earn here for take in. So I'll do Eon. Priority. Pox, maybe? The trachea. So the trachea is in your throat, so it could be tongue. So, yeah, I don't quite know, to be honest. Uh, sown, you reap what you sow. Big name in the cleaning aisle. Okay, partners. Rep it or something. Who knows who cares? Gus Fring. Chess opening. Starting with a G, okay. Shaggy, I guess. If your hair is shaggy, you need a haircut. This could be mash. Must be messy. Dime store. This is a Tesla. I kind of want this to be like the US Mint or something. Dime store. Like a store of dimes. US. Maybe mash is wrong. Okay. We'll keep going here. I guess you put those on lapels. Limerick is a type of poem. So shalom is a Hebrew greeting. I thought it was like a sprat or something. That's a different type of baby fish. Like petty something. I thought there was someone called Joy Reid, but I thought her last name was just Reed or something, or Ried, something like that. Button on many appliances. Hmm. Searcher. Oh, a step on a musical scale would be a musical note. Music, musical note. Hecate, I think, is a Greek goddess. Selector, trims, post-it note, itinerant. Mm, okay. Okay, just going through everything still. This seems, I feel like I should be able to get this, but I don't know any words that look like that unless I'm missing something obvious. Let's eat. Golden flashes. Something state, probably. Strong urge. Oh, like a yearning or something, right? Ali Wong. Some cough up. Pay, I guess? I guess far, that works. I guess flex. X here is interesting. So I'll keep it in mind that the X could be wrong, but if it's right, then that should probably help a lot. Distinctive swirl. I'm thinking of those like, oh, Swiss roll, that's what it is. Okay, there we go. Beers from Bremen, informally. This could be like rats. I owe you. Probably S here. A Lysol. Something away, I guess. Throwaway comment. Okay, that seems good. I guess whipped. Stout. Mm, uh, what is it? Smilodons? Those were like the cats with the tusks, I think. Or maybe they were just like mammoth type things. Shake up. Yeah, the mirror test is like if they see themselves in a mirror, do they think it's another thing or do they think it's themselves? Shake up. Could be royal. Mm, I don't know. The letters are looking pretty weird. Flex doesn't need to be right. Um, I'll keep it there for now. Recording studio. Because like I'm thinking hi-fi. Like is it possible that all in all is wrong? And it is possible, but I really do like it there. And the LI ending is just kind of suspicious. Maybe it's just good aim for an archer. Of late here. Whoops. Yeah, I was thinking something karma and then smile at was wrong, but I think this sort of locks down smile at. Plague. Oh, a larynx. And that works with pucks. Enlarger? Enlarge. Yolanda, probably. Um, oh, it must be Pedro. Polenta. Plague. Afflict. You're plagued with something, you're afflicted with it. Wear it, I guess. Mediated. Midnight? I don't know what that is. Stops dead. Someone's getting fired. Someone's getting. No, someone is. Okay, all in all was wrong. It's Mastodon. And then it's probably high five. Someone is getting fired after all. Okay, so all was right, just it's not all in all. Fair enough. A hankering. Uh, Manta ray. Fawn. Royal. Okay, royal was right with style. Yeah, all of this, all these letters look very good. Wine and dine would work together. Tangerine. Hank. This could be Tang. Kent State, maybe. Is Paul Klee a person? Elegantly. Elegantly. Hank Snow, sure. Entice? Maybe inveigle means that. I feel like, yeah, this is not looking like a thing to me. I'm gonna come back to that area. I still have no idea what the deal is with the theme. Power grid. Um, Mealtime. Redact information. Okay, where was I? Just want to make sure I see everything. You so wild something, maybe? I guess a real man, maybe? US. I really thought it was a Tesla. Oh, is it Henry? But either way, US Mint. Something weird is going on in this area. So I'm just gonna take all of that out and then come back to it later. With a crown and its logo. Might be rolled. I guess hay could be rolled. Maybe. All right. Outer layer of the brain. Just gonna do a quick um, lap through everything. I mean, like Tesla coils. It really is just Tesla. Um, Orange something. Is Joy Behar a person? Maybe. Bodybuilding. Womb? It's like a building or a tomb, maybe? It's a building for a body. Maybe rash? Misdemeanor. I don't know if I spelled that right, but did my best. Where was I? Erie, maybe? Terra something. All right. Just seeing if I can get anything quickly without maybe start here. A lot of things need to start. Smart technology. Oh, score bar, I know is the thing. Orange vodka. DNA is the makeup of something. Wild oat. So wild oats. Okay. Weaves. Tara Road. Tara Road. Yolinda. Tory Road. Yolanda. Um, I guess I'll put Erie here, but Erie's pretty far from Chicago, right? I thought Lake Erie touches New York. There's no way it touches Chicago. Chicago's on Lake Michigan, but maybe they just have another thing named after Lake Erie. I worry that this might be wrong, but we'll have to just come back to it. Um, let's make sure I see all the downs again. Is there like no theme in this? Is it just a themeless Sunday, and that's why it's so open? Oh, is he's wrong? Probably heal, heed, follow. You heal someone? Heed? You heed advice. Shinned a rope? Is that a thing? And then the naked sun, I could imagine. Shinned a rope? I don't know about that. I guess you use your shins to like grab on, maybe? What would go in a hedge? I guess a bet, if you're like hedging bets, but that's not really an item. It's more of like a element. Maybe Soviet though? Like all of these are definitely right, and then somehow I just this looks definitely wrong. I was looking at the downs though. Lass, something teen maybe. Ovoid here. Cortex, imix, something mix makes sense, but imix, Colleen. I don't think that makes any sense, but obode. No. Soloed. Why would Colleen be last? Soups on. I don't think that's a thing. Homo sapiens, okay, fair enough. That's on me for not getting earlier. Colleen. Could be Saint. Um, I think this collection of letters is correct. Think is a strong word, actually. I hope this set of letters is correct. I think I've lost, or at least come close to losing a streak on Pia Mater's, Swan, Soups on, St. Pauli's. Oh boy. All right. Well, I'm gonna hope that that is right. Uh, St. Pauli's. Is Bremen a place in near St. Paul, Minnesota? I don't know. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Um, all right. So we just have this one section left. I do think this is mash or mush. Head cheese. That's a really gross name. Smalt? Isn't it smelt? Smelt? Who knows? Who cares? Yeah, that's definitely who. Meal. This is just a name. Amassing to rolled. So 87 DNA is the makeup of whatever this is. It's like cell, gene. I don't think this is even how you spell amassing, to be honest. So, dime store. I feel like I know more chess openings than the average human, and I do not recognize this. So I wonder if it's some other type of. It's not like, Queen's Gambit or the something like that. Okay. We're making progress, slowly but surely, I guess. Shaggy does not need to be right, but ing ing does look good. Yeah, because a Henry is a measure of impedance. A Tesla is, yeah, it really just is a Tesla. Dime store. It it's gotta be dime store. U.S. A-E-I-O-S. Could dime mean something else? I don't know. I think mash makes a lot of sense there. Okay. So what does DNA make up? That starts with a T and is four letters. Let's just start looking at some stuff. DNA mix. Mix. No, I'm not seeing anything. A lot of letters that don't work at all. I, yeah, what does this mean? I thought this was like brains. Um, Maybe this is wrong. Smolt. That could be real something else. I don't know what network is, so I don't. Yeah, I have no clue. Um, Chess opening. I'm gonna take this out. Gasper opening. Everyone knows that, right? Gaspin. Something pig, maybe? U.S. U.S. line. This is awful. Rolled, rolled. What would you roll other than like hay? Like a ball. Hay. Adding up to. Adding up. So it's adding up to this. It's culminating in this. It's something to this. All leading to this. I mean, DNA test? That's not really a thing. I mean, a DNA test is a thing, but DNA is not really the makeup of a test. But if this was like double S here, AEIOU. This is a this is painful, but it'll all be worth it once I get to review this puzzle. Um, okay. I mean, obviously this doesn't need to be pig, but something bad. Yeah, this is like my one hope here, because at least I have like some extra information, or at least it was my one hope. I was like, okay, if I can solve this area, that can break me into here. But DNA is the makeup of this. Twin. Maybe it really is US Mint somehow. I just don't. Oh, the something, the head cheese, like the big cheese, like a big wig. I might be making stuff up. In need of a. I mean, Shaggy could be wrong. Could have been wrong this whole time. This is disastrous. Smoltz really does not seem meal rolled out in the backyard. Rolled. Was Messi not right? I just read soccer. But Lionel Messi, is he Brazilian? I thought he was like Argentinian. He plays for Argentina for sure. He's got the blue and the white for sure, right? Okay, maybe that's the secret to breaking this open. Is that was causing me problems. Wait, but then if this is Tesla, what could this be? If not Messi, maybe he's Brazilian but plays for Argentina? Totaling? That doesn't fit. Totaling too. Chest opening. You don't really roll hay in a backyard. You roll it on a farm, but that's not really a backyard. All right, this may be a two-parter. Yeah, I did not think this would take so long when planning my morning. Um, yeah, I think I have to come back to this with fresh eyes. Well, see you then. I'll stop it on the dot. Here we go. All right, and I'm back, and despite what this may say, it looks like everything's filled in. I know, I remember, um, we have some problems with the fill down in this bottom right corner. Um, it's several hours later. Um, I hopefully have some amount of fresh eyes. Um, and now let's just get into it. Okay, I wonder. Okay, let's just look at everything. A small. Okay, head cheese. Top bigwig. Not sure. Adding up to. Culminating in. Culminating to. Something to. Uh, yeah, I remember I had mealtime here, and I took that out, I guess. Meal. I really think mealtime is right. I'm gonna be honest. Smoot. No. Smart? Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Gas chest opening. Gas. I wonder if gas cap. So here's what I'm thinking is chess is somehow like a type of car or chess. I don't know. US load. US dime store. Dime. Okay. One named. One named. I mean, like, Messi has two names. Lionel Messi. I don't know if they just mean like you only need to give one of the names, but that's sort of. I feel like it's just Messi, right? Okay. DNA. Rolled out. Maybe rolled out sod. Letters don't look bad. Wonder if this is like a three-letter city. I don't know who Marat is though. Amer. Amer. Am, amounting to? Uh, amounting to might be the breakthrough we needed. Um, guess lid. Um, okay, this should be gettable now because uh, this must be a vowel. I tone tong tune. None of that makes any sense, to be honest. Ned Ned someone. U.S. land. Okay. That was a huge breakthrough. We should be on our way there. I feel pretty good about amounting. Ned Flannery. I don't know why I keep thinking Ned Flannery. I don't think that's a person. I'm also not, yeah, I don't think that even fits. It's definitely Gus Fring. Okay, so it's possible. I just, I just feel so confident that a Tesla is a measure of magnetism. Maybe it's something other than magnetic flux density, but I'm just like US Mint is the only thing I can think of that makes any amount of sense for for dime store, but that just does not work with Tesla, obviously. But I'm gonna try it because, I mean, gotta try everything at this point. Network, Ned, it's just a name, you know? Chess opening. I know there's like Maradona, there's Messi. I can't think of any other M. Could MASH just be wrong after all this time? It could be, because I know Messi's wrong, because he's Argentinian. I knew that, but it was, after a certain amount of time, you just have to try everything. Um, US Mint, I just sort of like. Mush, Bosh, Tosh. Mr. Wig. Mr. Wig. Oh, maybe I should be able to get this. Let's just look at everything, see if I see any cities hop out at me. Not yet. None of those quite look like a thing. I'm gonna do another. Yeah, none of those really look like a thing. So it might not be a city, I mean. Chess opening. Gerwin. G. It can only be pawn to G3 or G4. So 3 is not gonna fit in here without messing up accounting, of course. And that's also not really an opening that people do. I mean, it kind of is sometimes, but I don't think that's what they're going for. G to win. G. Chess. G file. I mean, like, how is MASH not turned to pulp? It's a Tesla. It just is. That's just the answer. I feel like I'm wasting time by keeping it out, you know? And then this must be gettable. Let's just look at everything, I guess. Tent is not made out of DNA. Tend. None, not a single one of those is a thing that is made up of DNA. Tang. Tank. I don't think that's made out of DNA. EI. Tine is not made out of DNA. Tint is not made out of tiny. It's not made out of DNA. Tins. Not a lot of DNA related things. IO. Tony. I mean, someone named Tony might be made out of DNA. Tons. IOU. Tune is not made out of DNA. Tund. Like, none of those. I'm very, very confused on this one. Because that implies either Tesla is wrong or a mounting is wrong, or something that I thought had zero shot of having anything to do with DNA is correct. The death of Marat. I like Saad there. I don't think it's hurting anything, at least, because, like, Ned makes sense. A six-time who is same, probably still living. I know it's wrong, but yeah, it's just wrong, right? He's Argentinian. Mounting to chess opening. Gaspia. US. I wonder if US lend is a thing. US lend. Like maybe it's a program that lends money and it has a bunch of dimes because of that. And dimes are a US thing. Head cheese. Like the DY looks okay and the EG looks fine, I guess. And I'm still under the impression that head cheese is brains. Miss. It's like a misnomer. No, but it would say like for example, like head cheese, for example, is like a misleading or something. Ned Brady. Ned Brody. Maybe the tub? Someone died in the tub? Ned. Miss. 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 Whew. We're hitting the 1 hour mark. It's been quite a while since I've taken a full hour on a puzzle. Mr. Leg. What would be a good one name? Murto. Murdy. Probably ends in a vowel if this has to be like a, well, I was thinking this would be like a BR, but then I was like, oh, well. So this is probably a vowel, because right, what goes after a B? An R goes after a B, an L, N doesn't, you can't do R or L there. Well, yeah, let's just look at every letter. So definitely not that. It could be E, can't be R, can't be T, unless it's like NB, Ned B someone, but I'm gonna ignore that for now. Probably not that. Could be U, so E, U, I. So all the vowels I'll look at in more detail. Can't be S, can't be D, can't be F, can't be G, can't be H, J, K, it can't be L because N, L doesn't really work. Can't be C. So I think all I have are the vowels here. If this is tub, which is a complete, I'm now remembering that tub was a complete guess. But I could believe that, that's a pretty dramatic place for a death, a tub. I mean, L there does not need to be there. Okay, and then if we do the same thing here, what kind of letters could we have here? So this is just a vowel in my current understanding of the world. This could probably be any vowel, any consonants it could be. I don't think it's a T. I think it could be a Y. I think it could be Ned Cassidy. But then double I is like, yeah, I guess that's the other thing, is like the gassy opening. I don't think that's a thing. It's sort of like all of these want to be vowels. Maybe it's a double, it's like gas lid. Just like looking at names. Ned Beatty. Meta. Ah, man. Mm. The makeup of a tone is DNA. I don't think that's a true statement. Mieta. Mm. Push. Squish. Tub. I like. Obviously, this is wrong. I know. Um, Ned Beatty. Ned Beatty. That kind of sounds like a thing. Gaslit. U.S. Lent. Mr. Leg. I feel like I'm being gaslit by this puzzle. Gaslit. Everyone knows the gas bit opening. Mr. Peg. Head cheese. Mr. The head cheese. Mr. Something bid? Gambit. U.S. Mint. A gambit. That's not an opening. You can gambit in the opening. Okay, whatever. But I feel like I made a gene. A gamma? How many gammas? Is that a thing? I feel like something unlocked here. This might actually be correct. Okay. Um Motorplex. Okay, sure. Okay. Ah, this relates to the puzzle. Now I see this is really the theme, is that this is just describing the whole puzzle. That's the theme. Soloed. Sure. Saint 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 Paul is Saint Pauli's? Okay. I raise. Sure. Hank Snow. I guess that's the name. Someone is getting fired. Ah, another themer. There we go. After all, of late. Lysol. Lapels, sure. Tara Road, that is Tory Road. Smolt. Ooh. Orange vodka. Misdemeanor. Joy Behar, sure. Ned Beatty. Gran Torino. Okay, so I've seen some Imix. What would be wrong though? Imix? Shinned a rope? I forgot about all these other terrible spots of Phil. Rocky? Oh boy. All right. Um, Last Colleen? But ovoid? Ovoid makes sense, I think. Elegantly. Soup song? Okay. Itinerant. Okay. Because I could imagine spelling that wrong, but oh, Midinet? Could this be mid? No? Midinet? What is that? Sapiens. Hankering. Swiss roll. Piamat. Piamaters? Piam. Lynn Swin? Lynn Swin? A E-I-O-U. I mean, Lynn Swin would be a sick name. I think Swan looks a little more correct, but I'll come back to that. Mastodons. Hi-Fi, sure. Afflict, sure. Pox, sure. Enlarger. What even is an enlarger? Marta. Gamma. Is a gamma really a unit? Mart, like this. BD looks. So bodybuilding. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Score bar is a thing. Gene. Okay. So I was thinking either womb or tomb. So a body building. The womb builds a body, but it's not really a building itself. So I do think tomb makes more sense. What? What? Okay, well, buckle in. What is it? 1:11:31. Okay. Um, yeah, it's so that one puzzle took more than the rest of the week combined to accomplish. I'm clicking, no, I'm not clicking. I refuse to click that button. I'm going to click this button instead so I can look at this puzzle. And I think this long answer really just sums up the entire puzzle. It's really unclear to me what the point of this thing was. Um, this also sort of sums it up, as I was saying earlier. Um, yeah, so I'm just curious why, you know, I usually don't quite enjoy Sunday themes all that much. However, a themed Sunday that at least tries to do something interesting is infinitely more enjoyable than a themeless Sunday that is full of garbage for no reason. Like the shape of the grid is certainly impressive, and I think I remarked on this as I started solving. It is quite interconnected in some ways, and there's lots and lots of long fill. Um, but I think what the editors and the constructor may have mixed is that the point of long fill is to be interesting long fill rather than to simply have a lot of long fill for fun, I guess. It looks impressive, but you know, the point of a crossword is to have fun discovering words that make sense, rather than to have a bunch of garbage that you have to fight your way through. So, what is said? Also, to call it power grid as like a pun, I'm like, I don't even know. Like, this grid is so powerful. Like, that, I don't understand what the point of that was. Um, yeah, just call it a Sunday. Like, it does not deserve a name. So, where do we start? One across, Atari game. You may say that's just okay fill, and this is probably some of the best fill in the entire puzzle, and it's still kind of garbage. It's sort of, to quote Rex Parker, um, a green paint type answer, where it's like, yes, like these are two words, but I mean, I guess Atari and game go together, but nobody really says Atari game. I guess they do. Maybe I'm being too harsh on that, but it's just not like super exciting to see. Atari game on their own, totally fine. Atari game. Hmm. Motorplex, that's not a thing. I'm sorry. I believe you that you think it's a thing, but it's not really. Mother Earth, probably one of the few bits of enjoyable fill in this entire puzzle. Promise Me is fine. Musical note, I guess it's okay. Um, but then we get it's crossing stuff like rocky and shinned. Like no one says they shinned a rope. That's just simply not a thing. And rocky is again not a thing. Um, I like when I was filling this in the first time, I could not believe that this was possibly correct, right? Um, Imix is just so far beyond a real word that it gaslights you um, into like thinking something else must be wrong. Like you're looking at all these, they're all obviously correct, but then you look at Imix and it's just like, well, clearly the constructor threw random letters in here. Like this might as well not have a clue. Um, it's sort of insulting to the solver. Um, then we get this sort of area is its own series of insults to the solver. So first of all, we have Colleen clued as Lass, which is completely inscrutable. Again, another essentially unclued word. Why is Lass a general term used to clue Colleen, which is a name? I couldn't tell you. But it's incredibly insulting to the solver when you're stacking it next to soups on. Um, what? I think this has been in a crossword before. That is the only thing that has like allowed me to feel at least mildly confident in the correctness of this. No one in the world has ever said soups on. And if anything, if I look at that, soups on sort of makes me think the soup is on the stove rather than the kitchen table. Um, and then it's crossing St. Pauli's. Like what? Again, this is just like insulting Phil to the um the solver. Um, and then it's further crossed by Pia Maters, which again is mutually crossing Swan. Like I just don't understand. Again, like this is like a ton of long fill, right? Like this is the long fill that the grid has been opened up for. Um, like this is the long fill that we're dealing with as a result of this being a themeless. Like I'm perfectly happy to have a themeless Sunday puzzle, but like the the long words need to be good rather than like actively painful. Um, and then what else do we have? We have Midinet. Like again, it's just completely random letters. It makes no sense to me why we're being saddled with all of this. Um, I mean, Stop's Dead is good, Itinerant is fine, but again, it's like any joy that I could have gotten out of Stop's Dead is completely erased and then some by Midinet. Um, what else do we have here? Enlarger is quite a like this is probably uh you know it's a bad puzzle when this does not make like the top 15 worst bits of fill in the entire puzzle. We have orange vodka, very green painty. You can have any flavor vodka. You have lemon vodka. I've had cupcake flavored vodka. Like this does not warrant like 12 squares in the grid. Um, what is Tara Road? Why is it crossing Airy Crown Theater? We'll never know. Why is Smult in the grid? Crossing Score Bar? We'll never know. Um, who is Marta? Why is this not? I would have at least had a chance of getting this if it was clued um, in relation to uh, Atlanta public transit, but it wasn't. Why is it crossing Ned BT? What is network? Like I'm sorry, you can't just be like, oh, this is a co-star of a thing that I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just guessing names at this point. Um, this U.S. Mint thing, awful. I mean, I did sort of hamstring myself by being completely confident that this was Tesla. Um, I guess it's another magnetic unit there. I guess so. Um, but yeah, like this is just like a complete mess of proper nouns, like ridiculous phrases that are not real, um, unfair crosses, imics, midinet. Like again, you know me, I have quite a long streak of solves in a row. There should not be this many bits of puzzle that I am completely baffled by. Like I'm okay with the challenge. Like the Saturday puzzle was fairly challenging, I would say, and I enjoyed it because like once you solve it, you feel like you it was worth the struggle. This is so far beyond worth the struggle. I'm gonna take a quick look at the New York Times official. Um, okay, okay, his 200 puzzles. So there's some sort of legacy admission things going on. Um, there's, yeah, there, yeah, it's an interesting oddball word, huh? Yeah, that's, that's a nice way of saying it, huh? Um, yep, yep. I think, yeah, let's see the comments. Let's see reader picks. Um, yes, one of the worst puzzles I've ever done. Oh man, yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm glad everyone else agrees. Um, yes, complete slog. So I think, we need to save the truly bad ratings for truly bad puzzles. And the fact of the matter is, I cannot imagine a puzzle being significantly worse than this. Um, this is truly one of the worst puzzles that I've had the misfortune of being forced to solve to continue my streak. I will be giving this a 1 out of 10. Really, really awful all the way through. Um, and yeah, someone is getting fired is not at all worth whatever this was. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.